Business Studio is a tool used to design business architecture. It facilitates creation of a comprehensive business architecture model that includes business requirements of company owners and strategies for their implementation, activity model and detailed process descriptions, organizational structure and structure of information systems and data, resources and means of production used in operational processes. From establishing a company strategy and modeling the processes to implementing changes and monitoring company performance, Business Studio offers you full support for the management of a model lifecycle. Design of the objective tree is the first stage of the business architecture design. The objective tree provides a visual representation of how the ultimate objective of the company owners is to be achieved. In Business Studio, the list of company objectives is created in the Objectives repository. But the cause and effect relationships between the objectives can be best illustrated by constructing a tree of objectives on a strategy map. For clarity, indicators measuring achievement of the objectives are positioned on the strategy map. The next element of the business architecture is the function and process model. In Business Studio, a range of notations is available for process modeling, from IDF0 and cross-functional flowchart to EPC and BPMN 2.0. As a rule, functions are described using the IDF0 notation. On the context diagram, all the activities described within the framework of this particular model are displayed by a single box. The context diagram displays the main inputs, outputs, and relationships with the external environment. The context diagram is decomposed to describe the top-level function diagram. A single arrow can be displayed on the diagram and have multiple objects associated with it. Documents and other objects are stored in the Functional Objects repository. Use any appropriate repository to store your objects and then drag these objects to the Activity Objects list of an arrow. In addition to the graphical representation of the functional process, more details are defined in the Properties window. Actors are also defined here. Org units are stored in the special repository and can be dragged here following the selection of the participation type. Organizational structure diagram can be designed using different types of relationships. Text descriptions can also be added to org units, including the list of employees associated with a position. Detailed processes are described using one of the process notations. Basic flowchart and cross-functional flowchart notations are very similar. The only difference is that the actors are displayed directly on the cross-functional flowchart as swim lanes. A process can be described in the EPC notation, where not only process steps, but also objects and actors are displayed on the diagram as different shapes. Or in BPMN 2.0 notation. Once a model of the existing or planned business processes has been created, the time and cost of the implementation can be estimated. This is achieved by means of simulation and activity-based costing. As a result, the most expensive and time-consuming processes are detected. Also, Business Studio calculates the current level of resource utilization and overload, and the recommended number of resource instances. Business Studio automatically generates reports from the modeled functions and processes. With just one click, process description or job description is generated and can be used by employees. If necessary, report templates can be easily changed thanks to the report wizard. Once the planned changes to the business architecture have been implemented and employees have begun working in accordance with the new regulations, it is important to monitor the process KPIs and the degree of objective achievement. KPIs can be defined for every process. Each indicator has its own properties and a list of persons in charge of entering plan and actual values. Measure values are entered either in Business Studio or in Portal. Also, you have access to detailed analysis of the KPI data. With Business Studio Portal, you can communicate relevant and current information to the entire organization. It contains a knowledge base on company structure and operation. Users are authorized to view the content according to the access and group rights. Employees can customize a personal profile page to their individual requirements, so that it contains direct links to the necessary information. In case they are responsible for approving some documents, they can do it on Portal. Also, Business Studio Portal offers a confirmation by signature document change familiarization system. In addition, employees can provide feedback and thus be involved in the process of improving and optimizing the company's activities. Explore all the features of Business Studio using an online license for 30 days for free.